Primarily, Bollywood movies are known to have stories that progress in such a way where you can predict its outcome. But there are some movies, very few of them mind you, that really make you introspect and go in depth into the layers of the script, the twists and turns and the motives of the characters. These movies are never blockbusters because audiences usually want an escape from reality, where they don't have to think so much. But these list of movies are pure cinematic masterpieces. And just a reminder that there will be many spoilers ahead, so fair warning to you all. So here is Tried&Refused Productions with 5 Bollywood movies that people still don't understand. Number 5 goes to Dhobi Ghat, a reclusive artist, a banker turned photographer, a dhobi and aspiring actor, and a woman in a troubled marriage. This movie focused on multiple layers of companionship, aspirations, and social and human constraints.
And I'm not the relationship kind at all, you know. And I'm really sorry if I led you into believing that this was something more.
More than just a shag.
The reason for its average box office business was that it had extremely organic, real, and ugly portrayal of how actually humans on a daily feel and interact. From focusing on topics like economic class differences and our perception of others, the audiences didn't realize the gem of a message the movie was trying to showcase and rather dismissed it as indie or pretentious. Number 4 goes to Lutera. Directed by Vikramaditya Motwane, Lutera is a beautiful story that wasn't understood due to its complex and philosophical portrayal of the masterpiece short story The Last Leaf by O. Henry. From affection blossoming into love and from lies, deceit and betrayal, the movie has the most underrated performances by Ranveer Singh and Sonakshi Sinha.
इतनी चौड़ी सड़क पर इतनी सी मोटरसाइकिल फिर भी उसी में भिड़ाने जा रहा था। ये अंधे नौसिखियों को क्यों कोई गाड़ी चलाने देता है, मेरी समझ में नहीं आता।
What was especially not understood by the masses was the significance of the last leaf on the tree in the cold winter outside the house. The act of tying the leaf to the branch as a sign of devotion, love, and giving her hope not to give up. The depressing second half, coupled with imagery and analogies, was not appreciated by the masses, hence making it an average grosser at the box office. Number 3 goes to Talash. A very underrated film directed by Reema Kakti and starring Amir Khan, Kareena Kapoor and Rani Mukherjee definitely left everyone shocked in its second half. The moment you think you've understood how the murder case of the prostitute is going to turn out, the movie takes a shift to the aspect and possibility of the supernatural, layers of which are subtly presented throughout the movie.
करते क्या हो? भीख मांगता हूँ साहब, बहुत ही गरीब आदमी हूँ, खाने को भी पैसा नहीं।
A movie that focused on aspects such as ulterior motives of individuals, loss and self-deprecation, the movie seamlessly portrayed the unraveling of the case, which was not well received by the audience, either due to the shock of the revelation or lack of understanding. Number 2 goes to No Smoking. The underrated movie directed by Anurag Kashyap and starring John Abraham, Aisha Takya and Paresh Rawal in pivotal roles is a movie that left everyone dazed and confused.
तुम लातों के भूत निकले बेटा, तो बच्चों की जिद के आगे तो अकबर भी शहंशाह नहीं रहे। 5वीं सुलगा लेना और पी लेना जी भर के।
The movie is loosely based on the short story Quitters Inc. by Stephen King. The story follows Kay, a narcissist chain smoker who wants to get rid of his addiction to save his marriage, and in this entire ordeal gets stuck in a labyrinth game by Baba Bengali, who guarantees him he will make him quit. The movie was a disaster at the box office, but mainly due to the layers and themes it focused on. From surrealism, fantasy, dark humor and trippy dream sequences, the movie literally left normal movie-goers puzzled and speechless. Before we discuss the number 1 position, here are some honorable mentions.
क्या हुआ?
ब्रेकअप हो गया।
तो कुछ ज्यादा पी लिया क्या?
पता नहीं, मर भी गई होगी।
मैं बना बना कर बोलूंगी, ऐसी एक्टिंग करूंगी कि तुम समझ भी नहीं पाओगे।
Leo Tolstoy once said, "All happy families resemble one another. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way."
And number 1 goes to Ship of Theseus. Directed by Anand Gandhi, Ship of Theseus focused on questions of identity, justice, beauty, meaning, and death through the stories of an experimental photographer, an ailing monk, and an enterprising stockbroker, played by Ada L. Kashif, Neeraj Kabi, and Soham Shah.
Really? Your parents name you that?
Yeah, my parents named me Madhav after the great theologist Madhavacharya. But I decided to switch sides at the age of 14.
The premise is set to the thought experiment that raises the question of whether an object has had all of its components replaced remains fundamentally the same object. The paradox is most notably recorded by Plutarch in the Life of Theseus from the late 1st century. Plutarch asked whether a ship that had been restored by replacing every single wooden part remained the same ship. This exact paradox comes to light in the last scene when all three characters in their separate journeys congregate in one place and see the shadow of the man in the walls of the cave he is exploring. The man, who we see now only as a shadow in this clip, did not make it out of the allegorical prison cave described by Plato. The prisoners are unable to see these puppets, the real objects that pass behind them. What prisoners see and hear are shadows and echoes cast by objects that they do not see. This movie was truly a masterpiece. And that was the list, guys. Write it down in the comments below if there were some movies that we missed out on in this list. Also, please support me by following me on Instagram. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support this video by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you so much for watching.